Birria Tacos. I'm gonna eat these and let past Jeremy tell you what's going on. Thanks, future Jeremy. Let's make some tacos. For the cut today, we have this beautiful Wagyu Thor's hammer. Now, those of you unfamiliar, Thor is actually a figure in Western European mythology, Celtic mostly. He was known for his famed hammer, Mjolnir, which was forged from the heart of a dying star and only able to be used by those who are worthy. And this is a beef shank that's gonna make better tacos than any current Marvel movie. Also, think like ossobuco, except that's sliced really thin, and this is like 900% cooler. Once this fire burns down just a bit, we're gonna get our meat onto the smoker. Man, it's actually very comfortable sitting here because it's got a little chilly recently. But yeah, we're going for a smoke and a braise today. You'll see that in the video. But what I'm really excited about is we get to use the full capacity of my brand new volunteer here with this built-in grill, finish our tacos up on there. Very excited about that later. What's that? You did well. Cool beans. I just walked into the brick wall over there a minute ago. Don't worry about that. But I did tear a big hole in my jeans. I have been needing a new pair of Daisy Dukes, so God provides. Our meat is about halfway finished. It is looking gorgeous. So we're gonna make ourselves a little chili sauce. Now, a lot of people are gonna wanna call this a consommé. It is not a consommé. A consommé has a very specific definition. Here it is. And that is not at all what we're making. What we're making is a chili-based broth for everything to cook in. Because the definition of a broth is this, which much more accurately defines what this is. Now, personally, I think this is a case of Hanlon's razor. Never attribute to malice that which can be adequately explained by stupidity. This is a Western European definition for a non-Western European dish, so people just chose a cool, fancy sounding word and they kind of rolled with it. But I digress. Let's make some sauce. Heavy bottom pan over medium high heat. Little bit of cooking oil, garlic and onion. It doesn't really matter size here because we are going to blend all this up later. These are the peppers we're using today. We got some ancho, arbol, and guajillo. I'm just gonna cut the stems off and de-seed these as best as possible. We just don't want all of that heat in there. The more seeds, the more spice on this. I'm just gonna keep trimming these peppers, getting them in there, getting as many seeds out as possible, because that is going to make this stuff spicy. Just make sure not to wipe your eyes while doing this. Now I'm doing about 7 or 8 guajillos, 7 or 8 arbols, and probably like 3 to 5 anchos. Look at them bad boys. Make sure to get that out of there because that is pure heat right there. We're gonna add in our seasonings. I'm gonna list them all out on the screen here for you. Remembering whole seeds are fine because we're gonna blend this up in just a minute. Now we're gonna cover this with water, bring it up to a boil and let it cook for about 10 minutes or so. This is just got a big old breath of seasoning there. This is super important, so we rehydrate all those peppers, and then we're gonna get that water out of there and get some better flavors in there. Also, a little side note, traditionally you would use a tomato in here also, put a bunch of tomato in there, Roma tomatoes, some nice good stuff. I forgot to get tomatoes, so that's on me, my bad, but gonna be good anyway. Let's see if we get some peppers growing next year. All right, we've had this on a hard boil for about 15 minutes now. I'm gonna cut the heat and we're gonna remove most of the liquid out of here. The easy way to do this would be to get a colander, but I don't feel like moving this pot around. Just gonna make sure I don't get any of the peppercorns, none of the good stuff. Really just getting the liquid out of here. I think I forgot to put my mic back on that last scene, so my bad. But now we come to the fun part. We're going to immersion blend this entire thing and get it super smooth. Just need to find an extension cord. Found it. I was so confused. I'm like, what's jingling in my hand? And it's my keys. Now you want this to be super smooth, so go ham on it. Once it starts to get smooth, we're going to start rehydrating it with beef stock. This is really gonna amp up the flavor and take it to the next level. A little bit of acid. Don't forget the rule when you're making a sauce: salt, fat, acid, heat. Nice balance. All right, this is going back on the heat, and we're gonna give it a good amount of salt. It really amps up the flavor, as salt is known to do. Yes, that is good. That is really good. Whew. This whole part of the recipe can be done a day ahead of time. If you wanna get this all done, cover it up, put it in the fridge, and then day of, all you gotta do is make the meat. Super easy. Now, this is gonna come up to a boil. When the meat is at like the stall temperature, so like 170-ish internal, we're gonna take that off, stick it right in here to finish so all those flavors can come together. Then we're gonna put together some tacos. All right, y'all, we are there. Our broth is heated up nice and warm, and we are at the stall with our meat. So let's get it all together. I always forget how long it takes to cook a beef shank, but we are done. I will be right back. I have to take these to my wife because she is very upset that I took this long to make these. And then I'll make some for you guys. Now, I may or may not have tried the ones that I just gave to my wife, you know, quality assurance purposes and all, but these ones are for you guys. Basically just dip the tortilla in that sauce, get it nice and saucy, and right onto the grill. Bam. I'll show you guys a close-up of this sauce and why I'm calling it a sauce. In no way, shape, or form anywhere close to being a consommé. A consommé is a clarified liquid. Hell yeah, brother. Tortillas with sauce, plenty of cheese, and then a few chunks of this crazy tender Wagyu. Thor's hammer, not a shank, a Thor's hammer. My wife's only comment when I took these tacos up to her was, the meat is crazy tender. That's exactly what you want. I'm going to flip these over. These are gonna cook for just a second. You really wanna get them nice and crisp on the outside. Cook that sauce off on them. That's what really gives all that deep charred flavor. If you're getting some birria tacos and they don't have like a super deep char to them, they're just not cooking them enough. There we have it, guys. The adventures of some birria tacos and the making of my Daisy Dukes. 7 pound, 6 ounce, sweet baby Jesus. Those are some good tacos. Ah. They is stupid good. Who's the dude from Reno 911? New boot goofing. That's how I feel right now. The tacos make up for it. Ooh, first time I spoke today. Blah. Voice is a little weird.